Welcome back to another episode of IDIOTSYNCRATIC, where what we're talking about today is all that matters. You may notice I'm dressed like a ninja.
And why is that?
I'm not actually dressed like a ninja, I just have this weird face mask on. So basically, I'm sick today, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time if I'm doing any snuffles or coughing or any kind of stuff like that. Also, our recording studio is where Justin's pregnant wife lives. And I don't want to get her sick with my germs.
You're a good man.
Yeah, and this weird mask I actually bought when I was in Japan as a souvenir. Because I don't know if you guys know, but over there, a lot of people wear like surgical masks. For, sometimes when they're sick, they wear them, or sometimes just because.
And also, because over there in Japan, people are naturally just ninjas.
They're natural ninjas.
So
it's from the birthplace of ninjutsu.
it's true.
Oh, yeah, but they have crazy ones over there. Like, I saw some that had Pikachus on them everywhere.
What? Why'd you get that one? That one's badass.
I don't know. There was just a lot to choose from. And so I mostly saw, like, teenage kids wearing the ones that look like ninja ones.
For fun, or?
Yeah, well, they just wear them, you know?
Really?
Yeah, sometimes they just wear them because they wear them a lot and they just get used to it.
Oh, wow.
But one Japanese person told me that also the air is real cold and dry a lot of the times, so they wear it to protect their face from the cold air.
But they look good while they do it.
Or also when they're sick, they don't want to germ everyone with their germs, which is why I'm wearing it now.
Get over here. Let me germ you.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you. My wife thanks you. My unborn son thanks you.
I think you mean arigato.
Arigato.
And you say do itashimasu.
Ramen.
Yeah, ramen. Okay,
But
so
you look
anyways,
dangerous though, so that's technically you are dangerous.
I am dangerous.
Because you're filled with germs. They don't, you don't have to be physically dangerous, but
I am physically dangerous though as well.
oh.
Yeah. Well, so today, let's go ahead and get into it. This is a show where what we're talking about today is all that matters, as you already know. It's your boy Asa, a.k.a. The Archer, a.k.a. DJ Cool Arrow. Yeah, and I'll be hosting this episode, and I'm joined by my boy Justyn, a.k.a. What's your a.k.a.s?
Joe Tito.
Little Dick Fingers. He's also known as Little Dick Fingers from the Film Roll podcast.
Better watch it. They get you.
Boom.
They'll get you.
Boom, boom.
Watch out.
So earlier, before this, we got into some newsy bits, which if you want to, go ahead and check out the audio-only version.
Yep. You get a bunch of extra stuff with that. You get
Yeah.
some pre-rants, some funny stories. The news is...
What's going on in life.
Yes.
And all that
The
stuff.
news is great. It's hilarious.
But for this video, we'll just go ahead and skip ahead to our interests. That way we don't have to bog you down with too much content.
Oh, yeah.
And so my interest for the day is going to be why Marvel hates trans.
Try to figure that one out.
Think about it. And Justin's interest for today is going to be disc suckers, which everybody say 10 times fast. Ready?
Oh.
No. Ready? Wait. Disc suckers, disc suckers, disc suckers, disc suckers, disc suckers, disc suckers, disc suckers.
It took me like 4 discs to get to dicks.
Hey, are we explicit on YouTube?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I was gonna say, we're gonna get flagged so hard.
I put us on YouTube, kids. You're going to learn something today, YouTube kids.
I was saying dick suckers on purpose.
Oh.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It just came out that way.
You really are dangerous.
Yes, I am. So do you want to go ahead and go first?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it. Let's talk about these disc suckers.
So let me tell you exactly what disc suckers means.
Wait. Oh, shit. Can I guess?
Go ahead. Take a wild guess.
Okay. It reminds me of back in the day when you first started driving, and this was before MP3s.
Uh-huh.
Or it wasn't really.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Right, and your disc got stuck in your disc drive or whatever, right? So you're like trying to get it out, and then you remember those little doors? There would be like a little door in front of, like, in your car.
Uh-huh.
So you get like a screwdriver, you wrench it up, and you're like trying to suck the disc out because it's stuck in there for some reason. Because you got maybe the changer. You remember the changers?
Yeah, I do.
The 6 discs.
6 discs changers.
Yeah, and they sucked too.
They did suck.
They would get stuck sometimes, and you'd have to try to suck it out.
Well, you know what? I'm proud to tell you. Good job. I don't know how you did it, but no, That's not it.
Oh,
That's not even
man,
close to it.
I got excited.
Well, you should be.
Shit.
So what I'm actually talking about, and I just hope everybody is ready for this because anybody can jump in on this because of how dumb it is. I've talked to a few different people after they listened to the test episode. And one of the biggest critiques I got was a suggestion because they loved it so much last time. Do more conspiracies.
Oh, a lot of people told me that too.
Right?
Yeah.
So here you go. I've got probably the best conspiracy for everybody. And
Twin
as a
Towers.
bonus, it is as dumb as can be. And yes, I am talking about flat earthers.
Oh, man.
Disc suckers.
Oh, disc, because the world is a disc.
Oh man, I almost have an aneurysm every time I think about this, just because of how hilariously inept it is.
I'm excited to get into this because I've always wanted to know what their actual argument is.
Oh, I've got it right here.
Good.
I brought it straight from their website.
All right, let's hear it.
Straight from the
Wait,
source.
Is there something about an ice wall?
Yes, there is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's hear it then.
All right.
Let's just get into it.
I'm
excited.
So I lifted this straight from Wikipedia. It's a general overview of what they are, what they represent. Wikipedia is really good for that type of stuff for layman's terms. So it says modern flat Earth societies consist of individuals who promote the idea that the Earth is flat rather than an oblate spheroid. Such groups date from the middle of the 20th century. Some adherents are serious and some are not. I've seen a lot of flat earthers who are mostly just trolls about the whole thing, and it's a fun little thing for them to think about.
Yeah,
these are not the people I'm talking about.
I feel like it makes up about 60% of the movement.
And you think
of trolls?
You would think it should, just because of how ridiculous a concept it is. So those are not the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about the die-hard believers. Those who are serious are often motivated by pseudoscience or religious literalism. Religious literalism. In the modern era, through the use of social media, flat Earth theories have been increasingly espoused by individuals unaffiliated with larger groups, many of which, ready for this, have members all across the globe.
Yay!
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's...
How dumb can you be?
It's so good. You can't make this up. You can't make any of this up. So let's go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and hop right into it. This is, again, straight from their mouths. From the mouths of true blue idiots who actually believe this shit. So I got this from their wiki, which is... It's always handled by them. And a lot of this also comes from their FAQ straight from their site. So it's the what evidence do you have section.
Yay.
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
And it says
Tell me about it, stud.
The evidence for the evidence for a flat Earth is derived from many different facets of science and philosophy. Wrong! The simplest is by relying on one's own senses to discern the true nature of the world around us. Don't try flattering me with your suck-up rhetoric, you dumb idiots.
I know exactly what that means.
Jobs.
I know exactly what that means.
Oh, man.
They're like, just look. Use your eyes.
I mean, just take a look.
Look,
that's all it is.
If the world was round, you would look, and it would look like this.
That's actually... It's like they're paying homage to my favorite insult ever. Just look at them.
Just look at him.
Derive whatever you want to from just looking.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you want to maybe date my friend, like in middle school? And they're like, what's wrong with him?
Just look at him. Just let their minds race with it.
And then this is the only response, really. You're right.
Yeah. I see it. It continues. The world looks flat. The bottoms of the clouds are flat. Movement of the sun, etc. These are all examples of your senses telling you that we do not live on a spherical, heliocentric world.
I never thought about
Obviously.
that, though. The bottom of the clouds are flat.
You're right. And also, the world looks flat.
Oh wait, but they're also not.
Oh my god!
Wait, why do they look like shapes sometimes? Like
checkmate, flat earthers.
Yeah,
checkmate. God, I'm so giddy with excitement about this whole thing.
Can we have a list here?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, so
that was point number 1.
Yeah, so here's us.
We'll go ahead. We'll recap. The world looks flat.
Okay. They get 1.
The bottoms of clouds are flat.
And we get 1 because no, that they don't. No, they aren't. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't.
Also, the movement of the sun.
Do they get that though? Because what do they mean? Do they think the movement of the sun is flat?
I don't think they have a real thought stringing through their neurons.
They're just saying stuff.
I feel like it's the equivalent of actual ass diarrhea.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point, because sometimes when people argue with you, they'll throw out stuff about what you just said that's not about the general argument.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if I'm like,
here's a fact just to have one.
Yeah. No. So if I'm like, oh, your outfit doesn't look good, and then you're like, no, it does look good because this shirt is blue, Yeah. And then so what we're actually talking about is that your outfit doesn't look good,
Yeah.
And then we just start arguing about the color blue instead, you know. And I'm like, my shirt is blue. Yeah. And you're like, but what does it have to do with anything? I was talking about how my outfit doesn't look good.
Yeah. Why are we talking about the sun if you still have yet to prove that the earth is flat?
Oh, I get it. Because the sun looks like a flat disc when you look at it.
Oh, their explanation for that is gold. It's insane. It's great. All this is basically evidence of using an empirical approach, which is an approach that relies on information from your senses. Alternatively, when using Descartes, not really sure who that is. I think he's a philosopher. Method of Cartesian doubt. And I looked up what Cartesian doubt is just in general, but basically it scrutinizes all aspects of your specific beliefs to root out erroneous details until you're left with the objective ones to either support or destroy said belief. To skeptically view the world around us, one quickly finds that the notion of a spherical world is a theory which has the burden of proof and not flat earth theory.
Okay.
The burden of proof is not on already proven science and physics. It is solely on baseless anti-intellectual lines of thinking like this conspiracy. Do not confuse your grandiose forefront of truth delusions with justifiable and empirical evidence.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they also called flat earth theory a theory in their own statement. You can't make this shit up. You can't make any of this up.
Well, yeah, because you can't prove it. So it would have to be a theory.
Yeah. So, yeah. And immediately I started thinking, okay, let me humor you for a second. What about all the proof that the Earth is not indeed a flat disc on top of a turtle's back that's protected by a glass dome? Is
that what they think?
That's what they think. Well, I don't know about the turtle thing. I heard that somewhere, but I think they believe that there's a species of reptilians underneath that are holding it up in space somehow. But they do believe that there's a glass dome that covers the top of the Earth.
So we've also never been to the moon and all that stuff?
Oh, no, they definitely don't believe that.
So it's a lot of conspiracies rolled into one.
Oh, it's great. It's the creme de la creme of pure idiocracy. So
great movie.
People have been to space. How have they not discovered that the Earth is flat? This is from them. This is all under their FAQ section. The most commonly accepted explanation of this is that the space agencies of the world are involved in a conspiracy faking space travel and exploration. They're against us, Alex. They're all against us.
Of course they are. Why would they want us to know the truth?
This likely began during the Cold War space race, in which the USSR and USA were obsessed with beating each other into space to the point that each faked their accomplishments in an attempt to keep pace with the other's supposed achievements. Since the end of the Cold War, however, the conspiracy is most likely motivated by greed rather than political gains, and using only some of their funding to continue to fake space travel saves a lot of money to embezzle for themselves. It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
I guess so, because if you think about all the money that our space programs cost, if we're not going anywhere, then where's that money going? So
it's going right to the embezzle bank.
So there's that.
Checkmate.
Yeah, they're just embezzling their shoes and backpacks and belts. Is that a different word? Where you put like rhinestones on it?
Bedazzling.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. The NSA is bedazzling all of our space exploration money to bedazzle more of their...
They're trying to bling out their backpacks.
They need it. NASA's kind of falling behind, especially because they've been lying to us this whole time and that the Earth is actually flat. In light of the above, please note that we are not suggesting that space agencies are aware that the Earth is flat and actively covering the fact up, even though they just said that. They depict the Earth as being round simply because that is what they expect it to be.
Mm-hmm. So basically, they're not liars, they're just dumb? Is that what that sentence?
Yeah, I think, but they also called them liars too at the same time.
Right before that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of contradictions.
Yeah. Conspiradictions. That's what.
Hey, I'm still open to what they have to say, though. They might make me a believer.
Oh, I think I got you here.
So keep going.
So, anyways, this is basically So I actively write down my response to it just because of how angry I am at the time. So they might sound a little ranty and angry, but
let's hear it.
It fires me up. So yeah, like they said, they depict the Earth as being round simply because that is what they expect it to be. I mean, not due to basic physics or anything. Also, supposing photos of the Earth taken from the ISS are fake, the actual International Space Station. What about the moon landing? Just kidding. I won't bring this up to flat earthers because I guarantee they believe that shit theory too. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, for sure. For that, and
just like also, you said, they roll it all into one.
For the photos, they say that for one thing, there's no one picture of the whole Earth, and also that there's Photoshop involved of the full Earth pictures. So that's their argument to that. I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm just saying that's what they say. If you ask them, they'll say that.
These are the same people that you brought in on the third test episode. It's okay to say I don't know. The closed-minded, unable to grasp the possibility that their stance is wrong, even if they're subjected to objective evidence.
And then, as an argument to that argument, I've heard, I don't know anything about photography, but so a lot of pictures are a bunch of pictures pieced together, because if you're too close to something, you have to like zoom out and then it'll look shitty. So what you do is you like, say if you want to take a picture of like I don't know, something really big, right? But you're kind of close to it, so you'll take like 3 pictures of the whole thing and then you'll impose them together.
Yeah.
And then so that's kind of like what the Photoshop magic is that of the Earth. So it's basically just a bunch of pictures and they just piece them together.
Yeah.
And then the flat earthers are like, there you go.
Well, why you gotta piece it together?
Yeah,
why can't you just show
fake.
us? Yeah.
Because it's fake.
Yeah, again, it's not like basic physics is a real thing or anything. Okay, so this is from nationalpost.com. I love it. They're so critical of the whole thing. It says, these are the convictions, the firm, unrelenting beliefs of the Flat Earthers, a group which, at its sobriquet, I don't really know what that means. I'm guessing it's core, would insists that the Earth is not round, that it is protected by a glass dome, and that the prevailing mistruths about its shape represent a global conspiracy of indoctrination and control. Or not global, I suppose, but in any case, pernicious and worldwide. This lunatic fringe is inflexible, tireless, and cannot be persuaded by evidence or reason. There's if you talk to any flat earthers, I wish I knew one so I could just laugh the whole time because it sounds amazing.
No, what I want to hear, a little mini rant coming up. What I want to hear is an expert, a flat Earth expert, sit down with I don't know what to call it, an actual expert. I don't know, and
a non-idiot,
and just have a conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like maybe a podcast, maybe on Joe Rogan. You know?
Yeah,
he can bring them together and they can talk about.
Is Alex Jones not a flat earther?
I don't know. Probably
he might be, and he's always on Rogan's, right?
Well, it could go either way because he's been on a couple times. I know they're friends, but yeah, he's been on before, and I don't know if they talked about it or not. But I feel like since he loves conspiracies, it could go either way, where he could believe in the flat Earth conspiracy, or he could think that the flat Earth conspiracy is a conspiracy. It
seems like most of the people that believe in stuff like this, they believe in conspiracies. They don't believe in the actual conspiracy itself. You know, just the possibility that something like this could happen. And I think it's just something fun for people to believe in. But the most diehard ones that actually believe it, I don't understand how they're alive to this day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you not been naturally selected out already?
Exactly. How have you not choked on a potato chip by now?
Because life is too safe now.
Yeah.
That's why our population is rising crazily
and that's why thoughts like this are able to stay alive and ferment and spread. Yes, never forget. So again, they can't be persuaded by evidence or reason. There's no way to get them out of that mindset. They're basically Trump supporters. Their dogma has long infected social media and contaminates the bored and gullible every day. Part trend, part cult, and part virus, the Flat Earth movement is as good a symbol as any of the diminished value of truth and intelligence in 2017, and its constituency continues to grow at an alarming rate.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Weird.
Yeah, flat earthers are like the perfect personification for 2017 in general. Because, you know, you have all this moronic shit that's been going on.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you could personify it in any way, it's like flat earthers are it. It's like, how could something this dumb actually exist?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now in 2017 that's just so surreal to think about how people can believe this stuff, but it's because there's so many microcosms of people who agree with each other, and I think that college age millennials are to blame. You know what I mean? Because if you ask like the general public, they'll probably one say obviously the Earth isn't flat, and two they'll be like, I've never met anybody who thinks the Earth is flat. You know, and it's like you go to like any college town or whatever, and that's where you start seeing like hipsters with signs that say like you've been lied to, and then you know, I was in Denton, where what's the college that's out there?
I don't remember, but Denton is like a damn petri dish for,
I think, UNT,
for weirdos.
UNT,
yeah,
University of North Texas. Yeah. Oh yeah, but I saw a flat Earth mobile.
No way! Are you serious?
It was a decorated, old timey truck thing.
Did it say you've been lied to?
No, it said a lot of stuff on it.
Wake up, sheeple.
No, the funniest one to me was "Do your research."
Oh my! That's their slogan. It is everywhere.
Yeah,
do your research.
You do your research, jerk. Don't tell me to do my research. You rude dude.
Oh my god.
Rude dude, and quite frankly, I don't like your dude.
And even if you do bring this, like, I know we talked about them just not accepting the evidence. Even if you do bring it to them, it's a lie. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah,
they're lying to us. I can't trust that evidence.
Yeah, and you can't beat that arguing.
You can't, because there's no way.
It's not real. It's the equivalent of just nuh-uh.
Yeah, never argue with an idiot because they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with experience.
Yeah, I'm the best arguer. So watch this. Argue with me about something.
The Earth is not flat.
Nuh-uh.
Sir, you may be onto something.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, I disagree with you now then.
Nuh-uh.
Oh shit! You just swayed me again. I did my research.
Nuh-uh.
I've woken up.
You can't beat me. Nuh-uh.
Oh. So yeah, let's get into some famous flat earthers.
Oops.
Famous ones.
All right.
These are people with.
Wait, can I guess? Okay, is one of them Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith?
No, he's an idiot, but he's not a flat earther.
Okay, what
You know
about
what? He might be. He seems like the,
Tom Cruise?
No, he's Scientologist. Close enough.
Okay.
Will Smith is also a Scientologist, so close enough.
Well, I believe in science.
Do you believe in teology, though?
I believe in the study of science.
I do too.
Nuh-uh.
Damn it! You got me again. This guy's good. So I'm gonna go for the 3 biggest celebrity flat earthers, disc suckers, if you will.
Okay. Oh shit! I know. Actually, I know one. B.O.B. Right?
B.O.B. Yeah.
Is he number 1?
He is number 1, and that's he. I don't know where to go with this guy because I feel like it's partially trolling because when he first made that statement, it was right around the time his new album was going to come out, and it got everybody talking about it. He even started a feud with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and it's like, what better way to get people riled up than to start a war with like science's modern day Jesus before everybody found out Neil deGrasse Tyson's a dick. But
yeah, well, most really smart people probably are.
Yeah, get big heads. But yeah, so he started like this war with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
It's the stupidest thing you can do.
Yeah, he even put
you're not gonna win.
He even put part like a line from something about flat Earth in one of his songs, and he's running a GoFundMe to fund his own space exploration to actually get proof that the Earth is flat. Yeah.
Wait a minute. This is already contradicting itself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if there's a glass dome,
oh yeah, you're right.
How is he gonna go to space?
Well, only the most devoted of flat earthers and the ones that believe in Zulu can make it through the dome. Yeah,
the Scientologists, right?
Is that who that is?
Zulu,
Zortax,
Cthulhu,
Zanflamagite. If you believe wholeheartedly in Zanglamafite, you might be able to push through that glass barrier.
Oh yeah, I think in one of his songs, isn't he trying to summon him? Cause he's like, hey you with the eyes. You know, that's code for Cthulhu.
That holy shit, we just figured it out.
Or the Demigorgon.
Oh, hey,
everybody go watch Stranger Things season 2.
I haven't started watching it yet, but we just finished Mindhunter and it's so good.
Okay, me and Natalie haven't finished it yet, but just a plug within a plug.
There you go. So yeah, B.O.B. arguably the biggest flat earther. Another celebrity flat earther is Cavaliers player Kyrie Irving. You know, from the sports ball, the Denton Cavaliers.
I'm sure other people know who he is, and that's what matters.
Well, I know even more than those other people, especially your buddies who are making fun of me for not knowing about the sports ball. Kyrie Irving.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, anyways, this Kyrie Irving guy, basketball player.
Backsit ball?
Yeah.
We're playing backsit ball.
Flat earther. Flat earther who plays with the globe on a daily basis. Shouldn't that be like against your religion or something?
No, I've actually heard his argument, and he says that he can't spin the world on his finger, therefore lies.
And Tila Tequila. Remember her?
Yes.
You know where she's been?
No.
Because we haven't seen her, right? It's been a while since we've seen her.
Okay, I don't even know what she's famous for, but I just remember she was on a reality show for a little bit.
She's one of those like famous because she's famous type thing. You know? It's like like she's like the beginning and the end.
Was she a singer?
She's like no.
She's a personality.
Yeah, she's just famous because she's
quote
famous.
Unquote.
But the reason we haven't seen her is because she's been under the earth with the reptilians the whole time.
She said that?
That's what I'm saying. That's my conspiracy theory.
Oh. It sounds valid.
Yeah. So yeah, these are 3 people with actual influence who, from what it seems like, actually do believe in flat Earth and are dumb, I'm just gonna say it right now. All of you are. I'm also gonna say that they're all
certified idiot.
Yeah, it doesn't get much dumber than that. It really doesn't. And yeah, let me go ahead and round this interest out with probably the most popular post and meme about flat earthers, and it was posted by a flat earther. It says the Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe.
Contradictions on contradictions.
The perfect personification for your entire movement. So thank you for that. There's another. This is a meme made by flat earthers. I went to their Facebook page, like 170,000 strong. It says there's a photo of the actual Earth itself, not this weird shit that they think is actually true. But it says the globe, the foundation for evolution, the Big Bang, atheism, alien seeding, paganism, the occult, the New World Order, and satanic world control. And then on the good side, we have the flat Earth, which is, it looks like a damn map that they just laid out, a circular map with a glass dome over it. There's also a galaxy inside of it too, and clouds. And so their argument for the sun too and the moon is that everything exists within this dome. The entire universe exists within this dome. And the sun and the moon just do this. When it's daytime somewhere, the sun is there. So yeah, on the good
it
side,
makes sense.
on the hero side, it says the flat Earth, described in the Bible, validates the Bible, scientifically proven, points to God alone as creator, and blows Satan's deceptions wide open. Alex, Satan has pulled the veil over our eyes about the Earth.
Okay, I'm not really gonna go into how I feel about that specifically, but I'm just gonna say that as far as the contradictions on contradictions, like it's just, I don't know. They're like, oh, we're atheists, but then they're like, oh, but the Bible proves what we believe.
Yeah, I think by this point, there have been so many contradictions. I think they've all canceled out, and that's why they still believe it. If they make one more contradiction, though, it can't be real. This theory cannot exist. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, but nuh-uh.
Oh, shit. I keep forgetting about that. Thank you for reminding me. So, yeah. One at the very bottom of it, too, says, now do you see why they are lying? Checkmate.
You
rational people.
You win.
Read.
I really don't think they can. So yeah, my final thought on this is, can we please just rename them to disc suckers? Please.
I like disc suckers.
Yeah. Can we please rename them to disc suckers? And I'll pass the baton off to you, flat earthers. Do you want us to start calling you that now, or do you need some time to change over all your socials and your LLCs and your etch and sketches?
And also, if any of our idiots out there are disc suckers, feel free to chime in. Give us a email. Send us an email. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Please.
Yeah.
Please, let's hear from
you.
Prove me wrong.
We don't hate you. We just think you're wrong. But I'm open to hearing what you have to say.
I'm open to making fun of what you have to say.
I probably also will make fun of it.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love this. I love this stuff. No, even though it's dumb, it makes no sense. There's no way it could be real. You're probably an idiot for believing in it. I don't know how you've survived this long. You definitely shouldn't be driving or operating any sort of heavy machinery if you believe this.
Or light machinery.
Or even light machinery.
Or anything with an edge or a point.
It's crazy to think that your brains work well enough for you to continue breathing. But I don't even know where I was going with that. Yeah.
I think you said it all, my friend.
Thanks, man. So that's my interest of the day is flat earthers. I'm sorry, disc suckers.
Disc suckers. Sucking on those discs.
Sucking on all them discs.
Those big old discs.
Big old nasty throbbing veiny discs.
Those ginormous discs that fits the entirety of humanity on them.
Veiny, throbbing, purple-headed discs.
Yeah, when earthquakes happen, is it a disc quake? Is your disc quaking?
Checkmate, disc suckers. Checkmate. Yeah, they believe that the entire universe fits inside the glass dome. So
But what about the multiverse?
let's get Rick Sanchez on that.
Yeah. Oh, and portal guns. What did I have to say about that? What about cheeseburgers?
Well, what about basketballs? Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
What about that?
So me and Natalie yesterday went to see. Well, it wasn't yesterday. 2 days ago. Thor.
Oh, hey!
Have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Well, I like it, but
It looks amazing.
are you pro Marvel?
I'm gonna be careful about how I answer this. I like Marvel
You like what they do?
properties.
Okay.
I like their characters.
Their movies and stuff.
I think the movies are pretty good.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So he's scared to be offensive because
I just don't want to get trapped.
my interest is why Marvel hates trans.
Transes is.
And we'll get into it, but in a very roundabout way. Well, I'm just gonna go through my whole interest and see if you can figure it out by the end of it.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Okay.
So, I also enjoy Marvel movies. I haven't really seen all of them, all of the Avengers and stuff.
I think the only ones I have not seen are the Thor ones.
I know some of them got some hate, but I'm a really positive person when it comes to movie watching and
Yeah.
absorbing art. I just I look for. I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but they haven't. I just look for one thing to like about something, and if I find one thing, then I like that thing. So it's a low bar, but anyways, I'm not saying the movie was bad. I thought it was good, but take that with a gram of salt.
That's a lot of salt. It looks good to me though.
Yeah, well, I liked it, but so it got me into thinking. So Thor is actually part of Norse mythology,
Mhm.
right? So for people who don't know, Norse mythology is kind of like Greek mythology, but for Norse people.
But for the Norses,
Yeah, which were the northern Germanic tribes from back in the day. So basically, if you think of your Viking people,
that's them.
it was their pagan religion that they their gods that they used to worship. Thor was the god of thunder, and Odin was basically, who's Thor's dad, was basically kind of like the Zeus. He was kind of like the king of the gods, all wise. I mean, they have a lot of differences, but I'm just kind of trying to bring it all together.
And Loki is the reason for the mask from the movie Mask.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, he has a mask. That's cool.
He spins around and he's green and he wears zoot suits and stuff.
Loki does, yeah.
Yeah, Loki does. And then the movie The Mask happened after that.
So, yeah, but it got me to thinking because, like, I've been into mythology since I was a wee lad. Like, I used to love Greek mythology, and then I was, I think, looking into Greek mythology and accidentally stumbled upon Norse mythology, and started reading it, and
Yeah.
I thought it was really awesome. And but it just got me thinking about the differences between like Marvel, the Thor of the Marvel universe, and the actual Norse mythology.
And the Norse Cinematic Extended Universe.
Yeah. No, because it's weird because there are a lot of liberties taken with it, and it kind of got me to thinking about like copyright stuff, because
Mhm.
obviously you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
say like Marvel. Why did you steal from this religion?
Ancient subculture.
Yeah, that was passed on for ages or whatever, because
Yeah.
there's all these different renditions of mythology, even if you think of Disney's Hercules,
Yeah, it's like, how does that stuff work? I guess their interpretation of that character is their copyright, but the character itself isn't. Right? Because
I couldn't tell you, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking
I
about.
think that's how it would work.
Also, I wonder, so if I wanted to make my own, say I become a movie, whatever, and I want to make my own
movie
Thor,
guy.
I want to make my own Thor movie that's not Marvel related to the Marvel universe at all. It's just Norse mythology related,
Yeah.
And would I get sued? Like,
See,
can I use that?
That's such a good question because I think since it's like it's not like an intellectual property because it would be considered like an ancient deity.
It's more of an idea.
Yeah,
Right.
kind of like it's almost like a religion in some aspects, and I think that it's open for it's free reign. Anybody can use it, but I think your interpretation is what seals your copyright for that type of thing.
Gotcha.
So like Thor in the Marvel universe, I think like the experiences that he's been through there, the way he looks, just things that are specific to that rendition of the character, those are what can be copyrighted. But his background, his powers, who his family is, stuff like that. I think that's all open. I think anybody can use them, because I think there's also a Thor in the DC universe too.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, I'd have to look that up because I'm not 100% sure. But I think there is a Thor and an Odin in DC, because they're based off of Norse mythology. They're not based off of Marvel's property.
Exactly.
Accolades.
Yeah, and also too, because on this newest Thor, there's no spoilers, but they talk about Ragnarok, which is the Norse end of days. Their apocalypse basically, and it's way different than the actual Norse one.
Oh yeah.
And so I was thinking about like what's not civil liberties, what artistic liberties did they take with it?
Yeah.
And because obviously, I don't know if people know this, but actual mythology is like really effed up.
Oh my god, yeah.
In like a lot of ways. There's a lot of rape, probably there's a lot of incest with like the gods and stuff. It's like
Oedipus.
Yeah, there you go. But so I actually have a story for you idiots today.
Yay!
And
oh, hold on. Let me
Yay.
thanks for making me wait for that. Okay, so oh yeah, so because I was just thinking of even in Hercules, the Disney version of it, it's way more like nicer, way more nicer. For instance, so in Hercules, the Disney movie, Hera is Hercules' mom, but in actual mythology, Zeus had Hercules with a mortal woman, like he cheated on Hera.
Mm-hmm.
So all the shit that Hercules goes through is like Hera's fault because she hates him.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
really?
like yeah. So they made it Hades the bad guy because he's the
devil.
Yeah, he's the devil, but he's actually not really like good or bad in Greek mythology. He's just the underworld guy, right?
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, with these like Disney properties,
yeah, it's
too.
for kids
like,
and stuff.
It's like they're always there has to be good and evil. You know what I mean?
I get it. I
and
get it.
They probably took out the aspect of a god mating with a human to create Hercules. Let's just make a normal god family dynamic.
That's why he's a demigod, because he's only half god.
Oh,
but on the Disney one, they do some kind of thing where I think Hades like
takes his powers or something.
His godhood or something.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyways,
great movie, by the way.
Yeah, so Loki is in the Marvel universe. He kind of plays the trickster, like a bad guy, kind of.
Yeah.
But then on this one, he's basically a good guy. Like he's kind of swapped a little bit.
I think because you said it's like their end of days. So from what I got from the trailers and synopsis, whatnot, it looks like they just have to team up. They have to team up.
They basically do, because there's a greater evil kind of thing. But in actual Norse mythology, he's not really a bad guy ever until. So basically, what happens is Odin. This isn't my story, but Odin. The reason why he only has one eye is because he gives up his eye, like to basically receive a vision, the prophecy of Ragnarok. So he sees the end of days, what happens, and Loki's always kind of a doucher. Like he's always meddling and being a trickster and like doing stupid stuff. But I wouldn't really say he's like a bad guy. He's still a part of the Aesir, which is the Aesir is what Thor and Odin are. They're kind of like the Olympians. They're the top tier of the gods, right? The Aesir. And so Odin has this prophecy when he gives up his eye, and Loki is the one who leads the charge, and he has like his I guess sons and daughters that are mythical creatures, and we'll get into one of those today. But it seems like it ends up being kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, or we don't really know if it is, but it really seems that way because they end up imprisoning Loki. They imprison like Fenrir, who's the giant dog creature who isn't evil, before that, but they kind of trick him into like locking him away because they're scared of Ragnarok coming true,
Yeah.
So in fearing that Loki and all those, and Fenrir and whatever are gonna, so in fearing that that Loki's gonna end the world, they really piss him off by locking him up and all his children. So if he ever does escape, which, in the religious sense, if it was a religion for the, a pagan religion, it technically hasn't happened yet. Like, kind of like Jesus hasn't come back yet, because, because we're still here. It hasn't happened yet. It obviously hasn't been the end of days, but, Loki's locked away and he's angry. So if he ever gets out, he's going to end the world, So it's kind of like circular. Like, was he just going to end the world, or was it because Odin saw him ending the world and enslaved him or locked him up, not enslaved? But so I was kind of thinking about that, and I just wanted to this story kind of it shows how effed up Norse mythology was, and also just a little background about Loki in general that I feel like it was definitely left out of the Marvel part.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick stab at it.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me if I'm right or wrong, but this is what I think.
Okay, let's hear. What do you think?
As part of Loki's punishment, Odin turned him into a girl.
I wish that was what happened.
Oh, is it worse?
It's worse than that.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
It's actually kind of gross. It's not for the faint of heart.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
NSFW.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to preface by saying I'm not an expert on Norse mythology at all. I'm an idiot who's just into it. So I'm gonna give a stab at telling this story from Norse mythology. Feel free to chime in with me if you have questions or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie. So Asgard, as we know, is where the Aesir live, right?
So it's like their Mount Olympus, right?
Basically, their Mount Olympus, right? And they have a giant wall around it to protect them from giants who are their mortal enemies. And let me preface by saying that after the events of this story, Odin has this super sick horse that's the best horse in all the land. It's super fast and it pops up in a lot of different myths. It has 8 legs, faster than any other horse.
Oh my god!
It can. It's like the only. It's the only thing that can travel to their version of the underworld. Besides like actually going there.
So it's like a
dying and stuff.
Giant spider with like a horse face.
It's an 8-legged horse. That's all they say.
It sounds like a spider to me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah,
but
who knows?
And yeah, I guess you could say it's kind of like their Pegasus. It doesn't have wings though, but you know how Pegasus kind of pops up here and there in different myths and stuff.
He's adorable in the movie.
Yeah, but it's Odin's horse that's the best horse ever.
Oh shit! Oh, never mind. I was thinking about Hercules again. Damn it!
Oops.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
See, that's what you.
They got me.
That's your Hercules.
They got me crisscrossed.
Yeah. Okay. So, they have this wall. They didn't always have that though, and this is the story of how they got the wall and the horse. So, one day, a stone mason, who was very obviously a giant.
Let me guess, he was huge. Did he tower over everybody else?
Yeah, he's like but he wore a little hat, so they couldn't really tell. They're like,
what? Wait, what?
No, I just made that part up.
That sounds like mythology to me.
A lot of it's really ambiguous.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of fill in the blanks with your own rendition. And so yeah, it's obviously a freaking giant, which they hate giants, but they're like, I guess let's hear what he has to say. Which is weird because they're Vikings and they're very impulsive and stuff.
Yeah.
But You'll see some of that later on. But so anyway, he comes up and he's like, "Hey guys, I can build you a wall around Asgard to so you can be better fortified, and it'll only take me 3 seasons, and in return I want the very cheap asking price of marrying the goddess Freya, which is just one of their gods, right?
Mhm.
She's one of the Aesir, as well as the sun and the moon.
He wants the sun and the moon.
He wants ownership of the sun and the moon.
Okay.
So they don't go into detail with that. I don't know how that works either.
Huh.
Maybe flat earthers you could ring in and on how that would work. But
Tell us how this all works, flat earthers. Disc suckers. Sorry.
yeah, so the gods put their head together and they're like, are we gonna do this? And Freya was like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm not marrying a giant.
I wish they used that exact language too.
Yeah, are you simple? And and Loki, being the trickster that he is, he kind of steps in and he's like, guys, I got this. We'll agree to the terms, but only if he can complete the wall in 1 season by the end of winter. And so everybody's like, that's definitely impossible. So yeah, I guess we'll agree to those terms.
That's a genius move, actually.
Yeah, so they go to the giant and they're like, hey, if you could do it in the winter, then you can have Freya and the sun and the moon. But they don't say what will happen if he doesn't do it in the winter. But anyways, he's like, well, can I use my horse? My stallion? And they're like, sure, why not? It's just a freaking...
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's just a lame little stallion, right? And so he gets to building it, and then the gods are like, holy shit, he's freaking doing it. And then they notice that the stallion, whose name is Svaldafari, I think. It's hard to say.
Very common name.
It's hard to say names. Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of these names right, by the way.
I don't even think the Norses knew how to pronounce these
Except
names.
I'm pretty sure I pronounced Loki right.
Yeah, close enough.
Maybe. Okay, so anyway, the stallion, Svaldafari, the giant stallion, was doing like more work than the giant was. He was this amazing stallion that could haul huge boulders and, crush them into place. He would work day and night, and the Aesir came together and, they grabbed Loki and put him up against the wall. They're like, what the hell, Loki? Like, we're going to freaking kill you if you don't figure something out.
Oh my God.
It's 3 days until winter's over, and he's going to be done soon. All he has left is the gate. And Loki's like, guys.
I got this.
Chill out, man. Who am I? It's your boy Loki.
It's your boy
man.
Loki. Let me handle this.
They don't call me El Trickster for nothing.
Oh,
Chill out. So they're like, all right, you better figure this out. So as they get ready to start working, Svaldafari peeps across the distance a beautiful mare, which is actually Loki in disguise.
Oh.
And when I say disguise, I mean he transformed himself into a female horse.
All right.
Because he can do that.
Because he's
Loki.
He's Loki.
He can transform.
It's your boy, a mare.
So basically, he's the original gender fluid person.
Oh.
Gender and also species fluid.
I'll take it.
He's just fluid. All right?
Just all around fluid.
Yeah. So basically, he's just like, nay. And then Svaldafari is like,
Bring me that horse dick.
yeah. He's like, yeah, nay. And Svaldafari is like, damn. Right? And so he breaks his brains and chases after Loki. Right? So for whatever, 3 days and 3 nights, or, you fill in the blanks, he chases him, and the giant's like, oh no, I'm not going to freaking finish now because my horse is gone. I can't
Out
find
there
him.
slamming ass.
Yep. He's like, I can't find my horse. So the gods are like, oh, hey, giant, you basically builded us a whole wall, but you didn't meet our terms. Hey, Thor, slayer of giants, kill him.
No way.
Yeah, so Thor takes his hammer and Labash crushes his skull to pieces.
Wow.
Crumbles his skull, the giant skull.
He couldn't just get like a consolation gift or something?
Like, it could have just been free.
Hey, you know
You
what?
could have just said, like, hey, you don't get Freya now. and we get a free wall. So sorry, bye.
Or like, hey, your horse is gone. Take a few horses. You helped us build this wall. Also, here's some food and some other Norse stuff.
Yeah, but this kind of gives a window into the type of people that these were. These were Vikings. They valued strength. They were plunderers. They were
True.
These crazy people who nobody knew what the hell was out there. They got on these ships and they just sailed.
True, yeah.
And just pillaged and
It's their blood and butter.
Yeah, so obviously they really admire that kind of like ruthlessness.
Yeah, the gruesome.
So yay! So now Asgard is fortified, and come to find out that Svaldafari caught Loki eventually.
Uh-oh.
And they don't really go into detail, but let's just say 9 months later, the steed Sleipnir or Sleipnir, I don't know how to pronounce it, is born. And that's the 8-legged steed. That's the best steed in the land, the fastest steed, the one that Odin...
Did Loki stay the mare the whole time?
Yeah, it doesn't go into detail. So
come on, you Norse assholes! I need to fill in the gaps. I'm picturing him just being a horse the entire time with like his
a pregnant horse
with like his slick back marble hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think what happened was he went back to his human form and was just like, "Oh, my tummy hurts."
Like that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah,
Junior when he
Junior, yeah,
just like that.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so
maybe he had a C-section. I don't know.
So the spider horse is born 9 months later.
Yeah, the greatest horse of all the land. So,
Yeah.
so his parents are Loki and Svaldafari, the giant steed.
So his parents are two males, a male horse and a male god.
Well, I mean, don't assume Loki's gender. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that's
you're
my
right.
point here.
You're right. My bad. All right, my bad.
He's so fluid that he can give birth to a horse. Not just any horse, a demigod horse.
Wow.
And there you have it. Just a little peep into Norse mythology,
Yeah.
And while it's really disgusting that a freaking male god got presumably raped by a horse and, birthed I don't know. I feel sick.
Okay, so
yeah, my point is, Marvel, what the hell? Where's that part of Loki in the freaking, and
yeah, what, you hate gays?
do you
You hate transes?
hate those guys? Or girls, I'm sorry, I don't
You know
know.
what?
Wow.
Really disappointed in you, Marvel.
Wow.
Really disappointed. Why didn't you show us that scene of Loki being impregnated by a horse that builds
in
walls?
2017, you can't, put out the real going downses.
Yeah, it's not the 50s anymore. We don't go around killing gays and transes.
Yeah, Loki.
They are accepted now.
Loki
Marvel.
should be kind of a hero to the movement,
He literally took one for the team.
Ew. Laser claps. I'll let you finish. Justin's face is turning red with laughter right now.
Oh. I'm good.
And that
I'm good.
And that kind of sums up my thoughts on Thor, Marvel, Norse mythology, Loki's gender fluidity.
I guess you could say they neutered this version of Thor.
Yeah, they did. They made it more family friendly, and quite frankly, I'm not mad at them.
I want horse rape.
You want the dirty happenings?
I want the dirty
deeds?
I want what actually happened.
The dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Kind of like the
Yeah.
wall. The wall's pretty cheap.
Some would say the cheapest.
Yeah, and because also too, Thor was sort of the benevolent figure that he is in Marvel, kind of, where he like cared about the humans
Yeah.
of Midgard, but he was also way more brutal. But that's because, like I said, the Vikings were, they were into that.
Yeah.
So
It's like, hey, thanks for the free wall.
yeah,
Splat.
mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Because that's what a man does. to
Yeah,
them,
yeah. That sounds like a sitting around the campfire talk. You know.
Yeah, he can also drink crazily, which Marvel got right, and especially in this movie.
Yeah, it's true.
He just loves that.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
That Biru.
When did that? Oh, that happened. Did they do that in this one in Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Because I remember they did it at the end of Doctor Strange. Like,
Oh, really?
you remember,
I haven't
like-
seen Doctor
Oh, you
Strange.
haven't? Yeah. At the end of it, he meets up with Thor,
I'm spoilered.
and it's like this giant beer, and Thor's like, "Glug," and then Doctor Strange has it fill back up like while it's in his hand.
Oh wait, that was in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay. So that's the after credit scene for Doctor Strange. That's what that is.
Oh, oh, cool. So it was actually a clip from the movie.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
there you have it. Sorry, kids. There's no horse rape in Thor Ragnarok. You can blame Michael Eisner. I think that's what his name is. Head of Disney.
And honestly, I'm not even sure that if you want to do a true rendition of Norse mythology, that you even can, because you might get sued by Marvel. Honestly, I'm not sure how that works at all.
So was Loki a horse the whole time, or these
I
are
don't know.
these are the real questions I need answers to, Alex.
You have to wait for the movie to find out.
Yeah. Hopefully, Marvel and Disney show me how this actually works, because I'm color me interested.
Yeah, you know what's way cooler than stealing the Tesseract? Transforming your male parts into female horse parts.
And then keeping them that way for 9 months, staying a horse 9 months, only having a womb, but
And pooping out a mythical creature that
yeah,
is-
where did it come out from?
Yeah.
Who
Your
knows?
guess is as good as mine.
We should go ask the Norses.
Yeah, the Acer. Go ask him what's what.
Yeah. I want to go find a bunch of Vikings and say, "Come on, give me the rest of the story."
I don't think that's a good idea.
And they probably bash my head in after they asked me to build a wall.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Are we building a wall?
You have to ask Donald J. Trump.
Is this the thread that binds?
Oh shit! I think it is. No, okay, there you go. Okay, so the thread that binds these two interests, yours being horse rape.
That wasn't my interest.
Oh.
My interest was, I guess, I don't know what to call it. I guess it's just Norse mythology in general.
Okay, let's say
Just
Norse whitewashing.
yeah, we'll go with that.
That's pretty good.
I guess
That's pretty good.
my interest is mythology as well as the modern day renditions of mythology.
Yeah, mythology whitewashing. I think that's pretty good.
Word. And I'll probably do more like this if you guys like it, about maybe Hercules or stuff like that, because I love mythology.
Yeah, and
think-
especially since like the versions of it that we know are so family friendly, and you know,
Watered down.
I think I want to hear the where this actually derives from and how just messed up everything is. Because
That's a crazy story, right? And nobody knows that.
yeah, that's it's also, it makes no sense either. You know, it's like
A lot of it doesn't.
and that's what's so great about it, because it just, I'm like, come on, what happened in this span right here? Tell me what happened.
And this story makes more sense than a lot of their stories, because a lot of it they just do like little throwaways, and you're like, what? For instance, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but it would be like, so like something magical will happen, right? And they just don't go into it at all. Like they're like, so and so was fighting a dragon, and the dragon broke his sword, and then his sword magically grew back, and then he kept fighting, and then he killed the dragon, and then it just keeps going with the story.
And
it's never like, why did his sword grow back? Like, was it?
That
was
seems
it-
to be a
is there
very
some
important
backstory?
detail. That
Yeah,
seems to be the only reason why he won that fight.
Yeah, is there some backstory where he like, you know, how did
Is
he
he
get
magic?
the sword?
Yeah.
It's like doesn't even talk about the sword.
Jesus.
Or anything, you know,
Oh my god, that kills me.
there's a lot of stuff like that.
Those loopholes.
In Greek mythology too, sometimes.
Yeah. So so again, the thread that binds these two interests is, here it is.
Okay,
got it.
Yeah.
If you're a disc sucker, odds are you're also a Trump supporter And if you're a Trump supporter, you want that wall built, right? Who better to do it than you yourselves?
Yeah, and then at the end of once the wall is built, we can just summon our Lord and Savior Thor to crush your head in.
Yep. And then we will.
I'm just kidding. That's really violent. I'm not a violent person.
No, you're not violent. Thor apparently is, and
Yeah.
the Norse mythology is. So we're not saying that this is what we're going to do to you. We're
I'm
just
not
saying
wishing it upon you either.
this might happen. If you want that wall built,
What better way?
you got to crush some skulls, your own skulls. Am I right,
Yeah,
boys?
And you better have a Svaldafari to help you, because if not, you're not going to get it done in time.
You better pronounce it right too.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
I don't know half of what is happening with these Norse stories to begin with.
Lederhusen.
Line and Kugel.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Thanks for listening to our two interests about horse rape and also about discs.
Disc suckers.
Yeah, and if you enjoyed it, we have a few ways you can reach us, and if you have some corrections you'd like to make to our stupidity, our idiotness,
Mm-hmm.
you can give us emails, or you can leave us some Google voice messages. Or,
Yep. Yeah,
and
you can.
we actually had a Google voicemail, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We had a voicemail from last week. I'll get into who it is in a second. I think you guys are going to like this a lot. But yeah, if you do want to leave us a voicemail, you can give us a call at 682-422-9458. If you don't want us making fun of your voice, just email us at idiotsyncraticpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear the stuff that we're doing, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. If you're a flat earther, I am begging you to call us or to email us.
Please
because I would love to hear what you have to say about any of this. Also, if you are a Norse god who was raped by a horse, call us.
Call in.
Tell me how you made that happen.
Yeah,
if
we
you
want to
could.
know if you stayed a mare through the course of the gestation period.
The gestation. Yeah, we need to know this shit. So you need to call us about that, or you can email us. I mean, email is acceptable too. But
Yeah, but either way, like, rate, subscribe, all those things.
yep, we're on all the socials. We got Facebook,
It was one of these.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, which is what you're watching us on right now. And then we're on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn. Still trying to get on Spotify, and in honor of our man Quicksand Graves, who is actually the reason this podcast exists, because he is obviously a SoundCloud rapper. So I looked into SoundCloud, found out they have free hosting for podcasts. Boom. That's
Yeah.
how you're watching and listening to this.
And just a little update for those of you who didn't listen. Well, first off, you should go back and listen to last week. But Quicksand Graves is a rapper who sent his mixtape to Justyn
Yeah. He sent me 2 songs
on SoundCloud.
out of nowhere for no reason. They're really bad, but it's funny. It's a funny exchange. So yeah, in honor of him, we actually had Quicksand Graves call in and leave us a voicemail. So here we go, everybody.
What's up, bitches? You already know who it is. Quicksand Gray.
Oh my God.
Or Gary, my government name.
What the
Keep talking shit, y'all gonna get hit. I'm a real ass nigga.
Oh my God.
Just me calling in is probably gonna make y'all famous. Fuck y'all. And
Oh.
Alex, you smell like shit.
He doesn't even know me.
You smell like shit, dude. Also, thanks for
What the
making
heck?
thanks for making us famous, Quicksand Graves.
He just dropped an M-bomb? Oh my. Is he black?
He's black. That's Quicksand Graves.
Oh God. That
Hey,
was so offensive.
we better watch out.
He doesn't even know me. I don't even know how he knows you.
I don't know, dude. Apparently, you smell like shit. We're bitches.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
All right.
So thanks for calling in, Quicksand Graves.
I'm kind of mad now.
If anyone else who we've made fun of wants to call in, leave us a voicemail.
No,
I've already given you the number.
I'll actually extend a challenge to Quicksand Graves since I smell so shitty. I will rap battle you.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, live.
Live.
All right.
We'll
So
live stream it.
Justyn can drop a beat because he's a drummer,
You're right. I can
and
show him what our EDM stuff sounds like.
we'll get it going.
This is us right here.
We made this beat.
Be ready, Quicksand
Yeah,
Graves.
I don't know if you can handle a beat that fast because I mean
You
But
seem a little slow.
my flow is fire. Yeah, you seem really slow, actually. I'm pissed off now, dude. He just called me out for no reason. What did I have to do with anything? You're the one who was like, LOL, stop.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I had nothing to do with it, man.
It seems like Quicksand Graves just takes pop shots at any of us. Anybody he wants to.
That's cool, because I'm going to get that ass when we flow battle.
There we go.
Because my mixtape is fire. And I ain't never sent it to nobody on no SoundCloud.
You'll send it to me, and I'll respond. LOL. Stop.
No, you won't. You'll be like, where can I pay money for this?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And I'll say nowhere because it's 2017 and everybody just illegally pirates everything.
He's right. I'll pirate your stuff, SoundCloud. I mean, Quicksand Graves. See, you're synonymous now. I think of one, I get the other.
Yeah, I want to pirate your mixtape and burn 10 copies of it and then put it in a dumpster and then light the dumpster on fire and then take it to the place where trash goes, into that little car smasher, smash it up into a little cube, and I'm going to drill a hole through it and wear it as a necklace from now on because I hate you that much now.
So yeah, give us a call. So yeah, reach out to us and let's get this started. I want you guys to battle Quicksand. So don't wuss out. Call in. And then again, if you're just a fan of the show and you want to call in, give us your opinions, your takes on certain things.
Or if we said anything wrong and you want to set us right, then go for it.
Oh yeah, we're wrong all the time. So prove us wrong. And if it's true, we'll play it. And if you make fun of us and it's hilarious, a la Quicksand Graves, we'll play it.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
All right.
There
Have
we
a good
go.
week. Bye.
See ya, guysies. Why you smell like shit, dude?
Scene. I don't smell like shit.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's not good at all. That was a low blow for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh